through the pool round games here at the NYC competition, and it comes down to this afternoon. Do or die footy. Who do you think is going to be in good form for this one?
Well, yeah, it's a toss of the coin. We always see the Central Queensland Bulls, they always usually feature prominently around this finals time at the Sydney Scorpions. Such tradition, such history with this region. No doubt they're guided very well this afternoon. They finished second in their pool in Pool A, the Central Queensland Bulls finishing third. But it's all on the line out here, and it is the Sydney Scorpions who will have the first possession to get us underway here in the quarterfinal. Let's see what they go with straight away from the tap-off. As they switch in and take their time here just to look to set up. Berryman Duff hovering around the back. Here he goes, ball in hand, off the right foot, goes himself, gets down low and quick, and the touch is made in the midfield there from the Bulls. Clancy Hone in and about, in defence in the middle. A little bit of fancy footwork, all looking to shape up. I thought maybe Evan Flynn looking to go for the switch on the back. Not a bad start though from the Scorps.
Pretty good, Scotty. Looked to go direct and started with purpose, early attacking the line. That must be a game plan that they've set out to put onto, as we see a questionable pass from half from the Bulls there, really pushing the line.
Got nice and direct in this set. Transitioning up the field, Hone offloads, will get himself into the acting half position, has to reach for it in the left hand, throws a looping ball out to the left hand side of the field. That link back up, just losing footing there. Syrup on the final play. As the Scorpions now go towards their substitution box. They'll get some changes on. Nice little pass there. Berryman Duff picks up good metres over the halfway line, coming onto the field with intensity there. Logan Toller. Now, what's the call going to be? Will be a penalty here to the Sydney Scorpions. Play the ball infringement. And a finger pointing out there from Clancy Hone. Full set of 6 here for the Scorps. As Baum offloads. Again, the fancy footwork. Toller. It's light on his feet. Hat backwards, number 3, sweeps around the back, gets it, skips, goes left foot, right foot. Hone is in the thick of it in defence to start this game for the Bulls.
Up to the task as well, so we saw the sweep going direct at the line. Good platform. Last touch here though, bit of a dead play of the ball. See what they've got on offer.
Send it back in towards the midfield, just dipping away. And it was Clancy again coming up on the 5th touch. They were flat-footed there, the Scorpions, and he screamed up out of the line and put the pressure on. That just completely stunted their set. So good defence there from the Bulls as the changes come onto the park for them now. No half in place. They eventually get there looking to set up on the final touch. Last one for them now. Early release out to the left-hand side of the field. As they loop back in, good defence. Won't really challenge too much there towards the back end of that set, the Scorps. And the sideline they come, they'll be looking to get those changes out onto the park. As Berryman Duff scoots across field. Need to look to go a bit more direct than just over the halfway line. Berryman Duff in the half, picks up, looks at his options. Ooh, there was one out there in the left link position, just over the top of the head there of Fatu Maola.
Tell you what, Scotty, as well, if that ball goes to hand, the link was running an amazing line through that gap. Could have easily strolled over for the first, and the Bulls, bad error in the play of the ball there, gifting the Scorps a easy opportunity early in this game.
Yeah, off the restart as well. They didn't really have much pressure on them. There might be some early finals jitters. Aaron Duff, nice little pop-out ball. Evan Flynn is caught in possession. Will come back to the 7-metre line. Taj Thompson dishes from half. They come back towards the midfield. Charlie Boyle offloads. Berryman Duff yet again outside the 7, flat from half. Berryman Duff, big ball. He's got a huge pass on him. Can't connect on the final play. And the CQ Bulls will restart on the 7-metre line on their side of the field.
Good defensive set there. Tyler Ash, who was the left link, put a lot of pressure on making the touch to help the middles out, and that seemed to be the difference there. Just making an easy man on the open side.
Just having to go back towards the mark. Clipped on the boot. Syrup, who runs the ship as well in the midfield. He'll play the ball now. Coming into the last touch here for the Bulls. A little hop and a skip. And nothing doing on the final play for CQ.
It's a bit of an interesting setup here, Scotty. I've just noticed in the Scorps box, they've got some markers in the corner. Don't know whether that was part of their warm-up, whether it's an interchange tactic they're trying to employ here.
Well, it would be interesting because, like we've mentioned a few times throughout the calls, one area definitely is that interchange infringement where we've seen players and teams being caught with 7 players on the field multiple times. Keep a little eye on that. Might be a little tactical play for the Scorpions. Definitely not their best set that time around. They couldn't even get over the halfway line. This is a really good place to start for the CQ Bulls as we see contact coming in. Which way is this going to go? Ball down is the call. So good defensive touch there. Oliver Baum. The two number 6s coming together in the midfield. Kai Williams couldn't get the clean play of the ball.
Scorps rewarded for some very strong defence early. A little bit of a jink there. Trying to get around his player. See what they're doing. Starting to spread the attack.
Sort of pick up footwork, but that's acting half court. Both teams just look jittery. They just doesn't look like either side has really hit their stride as of yet. Still working themselves into the game.
Yeah, that's it, Scotty, as well. First game of finals footy here at the NYC competition. The nerves would be going through the roof. And generally you seem to find it in the first few minutes of big games like that. It takes a little bit to calm the nerves and get composed.
Oh, little flick on the inside. Will be forward pass. Clancy Hone having a dig from the acting half position. Oh, out in front. Had to reach for it and pull that one in. Risky pass. As they come to the edge of their substitution box. Berryman Duff trying to get the Scorpions towards the halfway. A little switch coming into the line. Pick up and go from half. Looks for a short ball now. The touch was made and almost looked like the touch was made before the player was in possession of the football there.
Very close. I have to go back to a replay to see that one, how close indeed it was. But Scorps working hard off the ball, hitting holes, creating opportunities, and the Bulls having to clutch at those touches just to get a stop.
Penalty here to CQ. Infringement in the ruck from the Scorpions. Hone will restart here for the Bulls, full set of 6. Sends it back in towards the midfield, linking up with McMeekin. As they offload, Hone sweep around the back, receives it, comes off the right foot. Good defence from the Scorpions, forcing the Bulls to retrieve. Out to the 7. And a collision in the play of the ball. Play on is the call. Forces the Bulls to send it out to the right-hand side of the field.
Good intent here from the Scorps. They're getting past the 7-metre line, putting the pressure on the Bulls. See a nice long pass as well.
Oh, lost over the line. Samuel Penrose, it was there. I think it looked like it was just dipping away on him at the last moment, so he's having to turn his body in to try and take the ball, but that meant that he was turning his body into the defence as well.
Very tough one there. Good chance. But the Scorps here running through have all the momentum.
Good meters indeed. As Flynn plays it, Boyle picks up from half, goes short to Flynn. The on-field referee is going to pull it back, touch and pass. May have even been forward.
Yeah, I think that was the right call. Just a fraction forward from the Scorps. That little short ball there.
Nice meters down the side of the field. Gives them a good opportunity to get there. Interchange plays flowing on around the back. And a player called offside here from the Scorpions. Let's the Bulls just get on the front foot coming into the last touch, which is right now. Bit of space, numbers, early ball, release, good touch coming across. I think the on-field referee's happy and is going to point to the spot. There's a few protests here from the Sydney Scorpions, but it's all to no avail. And the CQ Bulls have got opening points here in this quarterfinal match.
Here it is. We look closely. Oh, wow. Not much in it at all. They had the Scorps rolling on the back foot.
It's hard to see whether the touch was made. His body was kind of obstructing us to see whether the hand was out there. He was definitely in a position, claimed it. On-field referees, sideline and on-field, were in perfect position to make that call. 1-0 CQ Bulls on the Pain Away scoreboard, opening the scoring here in the 16 boys quarter-final. Scorpions will be looking to hit back on the restart. And Berryman Duff over the top, beautiful ball. And that's a good response after leaking points down the other end off the restart. And one of their danger players, young Tomoko Berryman Duff, setting up nicely. Beautiful ball to finish it off.
Taj Thompson going over in the corner. Both teams scoring now off a bit of a rolling into the line plays, creating that overlap and just using the wingers in that space out wide. Taj Thompson scores the Scorps' first try of the afternoon here. Now 16 boys quarter-final, levelling the score at 1-1. Carlos
plays it on the 7, gets good contact. They got players in motion, space out there. He dives in low as well. I'm probably more confident with this one than the last one. And it goes against me. What do I know? I've got no idea what's going on out there. Touch is made this time around.
Hard to tell, Scotty. We're all the way back here in the beautiful grandstand. Here's the replay. Is he short of the line? I think
yeah, spot on. Great call.
Just short of the line. There's only millimetres in it, but that's all it takes sometimes. Oh,
yeah, good call. The groan was warranted from UJC. Forward pass off the ruck.
Yeah, just mixing up their timing a little bit, the Scorps there. Forcing the pass and just fractionally forward. But a costly turnover after they just got a very good stop on their line. Good chance for the for the CQ Bulls here, I should say.
Let's go to Syrup. Steadies the ship on the first 2 touches. They're definitely getting themselves into a decent attacking position. They play within the 7-metre line now. Plays in motion, ball in one hand. Defence in the midfield there for the Scorps. Clancy Hone, he's definitely directing traffic for the CQ Bulls in attack. Out there in this quarter-final, steps back midfield, holds the ball in 2 hands, loops one over the top, can't find a target.
Yeah, it might have got a deflection in the air, but I think the referees are going to say it's a forward pass first out of the hand, so the Scorps will take over possession here and ruck out of their own end.
Solid contact on 1. Berryman Duff shows it. Has to go back to the marks. This is a good opportunity here for CQ to try and put some pressure on. Nice little extra pass there. Gets the Scorpions back out on the front foot. Stringer, again, continues on the momentum. Nice roll in coming into the last touch here for the Scorpions as they go early out to the wing, dipping away just on the bootlaces there of Jaden Douglas.
It's a good setup there from the Scorps. Really nice and deep, especially their link. Almost looking to go either option to go passive out the back or to bomb long. And just the pass, as you said, Scotty, dipped away just at the end. But it's a good chance from the Scorps.
And Chance Bales coming in, ball in one hand, got good contact, which forced the mistake in the roller ball. Scorpions, good field position here to restart their set. As Berryman Duff comes back out onto the field. Pick up from half. Oh, held on to. Good job. Boyle plays it. Berryman Duff scoops, goes long, right to left. Space out there on the left-hand side of the field. And they capitalise again. Another beautiful ball from Tomoko Berryman Duff. Sees the Scorpions pick up their second try.
You've called his name a few times this afternoon, Scotty. Have a look at that pass too. 3/4 of the length of the field. Going over the head of the winger. Had a bit of work to do as well. Jaden Douglas in the corner there in the flashy red boots. And did well to ground the ball with the cover defence from the Bulls coming across fairly quickly.
So in front now, the Sydney Scorpions 2-1. Nice early ball and a diving effort at the line. Good cover defence. Taj Thompson making the touch for the Scorpions. Samuel Penrose going to whisker away from the CQ Bulls' second try of the match. And good defence as well, running the link hole. Bronson Carlos coming outside in. Equally good defence from the Scorpions.
Absolute try saver there from Douglas as well. Scored one just at the set before and then saved a certain try if he didn't come in and make that touch. Outstanding effort.
Down the sideline they go. The Scorpions, good meters again from Ben Stringer. A bit of a workhorse for the Sydney Scorpions team.
He's coming off the back fence, Scotty. Not afraid to have one of those big hit-ups.
Yeah, it's the Scorpions there on last. Just went the short ball. Being able to play out the back. Running straight into CQ defence as we see them chance their hand now early in the count. And Carter Vincent turns the ball back over. Here he is, Stringer. A little bit easier this time around because they're in good field position. He's going to come off the field for a breather.
Here comes the danger man, Berryman Duff again, the number 28 for the Scorps. We've seen a few times. He loves the right to left pass. A bit of a rooster play. Changed it around now. Short ball as he snuck
and
through.
He runs the hole this time. There you go. If he's not setting them up now, he's scoring them himself. He's in absolutely everything for the Scorps, up by 2.
As we see here on the replay, a little rooster ball early, and it was just the skip that was the difference. There wasn't much in it. Almost shapes to go long, and the last-minute effort from Vincent, nearly making the touch there. It's just the athleticism from Berryman Duff to skip over the touch.
I think you're right there. The ball from Oliver Baum, he did shape and looked like he was going to go long. He kind of pumped it there as we see a little bit of a collision between players. I think it's an obstruction play. What's the call going to be here? Touch, and they say play on.
It's almost like a rugby league blocker play. Scotty, the front runner, almost taking out the defenders. No harm done, though. Until now, potentially.
Going to come back into the middle of the field for a forward pass penalty. So off the line, they'll come here, the Sydney Scorpions. Berryman Duff on first touch in the hard yards as well. They link up with Thompson.
Getting very close to the sideline, the Scorps. They send the classic latcher play on, engaging the middle defenders. No control there. Ball to ground from the Scorps. Not the prettiest of sets. And CQ need to chance their arm here and regain a little bit of momentum.
Changes will come onto the park here for the Bulls. Good pressure on the inside. That leaves him a little bit exposed. And having to put the brakes on Tyler Ash. Links back up. They'll play within the 7-metre line. And they go early, putting pressure on, but it was the defensive pressure coming up as soon as he had the ball out in front. But it will be a penalty going to the Central Queensland Bulls. We're leaving one at that.
Very much so, Scotty. The Scorps defenders out here had some work to do in the previous touch, scrambling back, and there's no advantage. See the Bulls attacking the line. Touch made. A relieving penalty there, one for the Bulls. Well earned.
As Chase Bales offloads, will get himself into the acting half position, goes early from half as well. The defence is entering the call at the moment here from the Scorpions. Bales again from acting half, links up with Cameron Wood, who plays it, steps in. Cameron Wood finds a link hole this time around, and they're going to get it down. Tyler Ash running a beautiful line. Outside in, equally as good. The ball to feed it to him. Second try on the board for the CQ Bulls. 3-2 on the Painaway scoreboard.
They needed that one too, the Bulls. We see a little Counties play stepping back in. Link ball, perfect line and fast grounding as well. Again, there's not a lot in these tries, Scotty. The defence is almost there. It's a fraction of a second, but it's the difference at the moment. Score or CQ Bulls coming back. 3-2 to the Scorps, though.
Solid contact in the play, the ball, and it will be a penalty to the Scorpions. 1 minute left on the clock here in the first half. Big opportunity here for the Scorpions just to reclaim. We saw Berryman Duff go that play, the floating ball over the top. Chances his hand early in the touch count. Worth a shot. Still touches up their sleeve in time on the clock. As Berryman Duff directs traffic, picks up from half, gets the sweeper coming around the back. We're going to squeeze through the middle. Ashton Hearn. Oh, it's the 26, my apologies. Ryan Aspen.
Oh, a questionable pass there again from half.
Yeah,
they're going to come back.
Oh, they will come back, and it was lucky. I was just watching the play continue. I don't think it was put down cleanly. The forward pass there, we might have heard the groans from the crowd coming through.
It's funny you mentioned Ashton Hoon, Scotty, as well. I was commentating a game yesterday on day 2. It's hard to miss the 24 on the sideline, rocking an outstanding mohawk.
Oh, yeah.
Haven't seen that for a few years. Maybe it's trying to rival the mullet.
Bring it back. Bring it back. Well, big first half here between the two teams. Only the one try separating them. It's the Scorpions in front at the moment. And they probably look the better of the two teams for the majority of that first half. But that last try from the CQ Bulls just gives them a little bit of momentum going into the second half.
Without a doubt, they needed that one, the Bulls as well. In a finals game like this, you can't afford to have a whole lot of gap in between the scoreline.
If no one scores during that time, it goes down to 3-on-3, and whoever scores will win the match. Let's see if it unfolds. 10-all draw. JC, mark it down in your books at home. Let's see if that one happens here this afternoon. Bit of footy to play here in the final 20 minutes of this quarter-final as CQ, as mentioned, a little bit of push and shove here in a couple of words. Getting a little bit testy between the boys. Clancy Hone in the thick of it here for Central Queensland. Plays it. We'll receive it back. Last touch for them now. Steps out. And they come up and sniper him out. Good defensive start there from the Sydney Scorps.
Perfect from the Scorps there. To start with, a little bit messy in the roll ball. Interesting what happens here because there wasn't much in it, but when the Scorps player went to ground, the ball came loose, but going to say a hard touch from the side, so they regain possession. Very good start to open up the second half.
Taking the easy meters down the sideline. There's some changes come onto the field as well. Tola plays the ball. They look to set up on the last touch. Spooner plays. Berryman Duff just can't connect up. Dips down in front of Taj Thompson. And CQ straight back onto the football. Hone rolls forward. Nice hands, space down here on the left-hand side. They get a nice clean play of the ball as well. This will set them up nicely as Cameron Wood flows onto the field here for the Bulls.
Here we are, strike touch, Scotty. Bit of pace coming through. Good advantage being played there by the referee. Just caught offside, no advantage, so the Bulls have a whole set.
Bales plays it, steps out, gets pressure coming in, defence on the first touch there. Nice defensive read, screaming up out of the line. Force the pass, and force the error as well. Here's our meter reader, Ben Stringer.
And he reminds me, and the Sydney viewers at home probably won't like me saying it, but a little bit of Ruben Cotter, the way he runs the ball, and might be the hairstyle too about him, being a North Queensland Cowboys player. Ruben Cotter, but does a very good job there. Stringer with his hit-ups.
He looks like he's just one of those players that you just love having in your team. Does all the hard work for you. He's coming up in defence as well at the moment, trying to put pressure on in this left link position as the Bulls look to set up towards the back end of their set. They're in the 7-metre zone now, and the Scorps force them to go backwards. They've got numbers out here on the left-hand side. Nothing for them, though. Kai Williams getting touched in the final possession.
Scorps make it really hard for CQ to get a good flow into the line. Majority of the time, they're pushing up high, Scotty, and getting the touch outside the 7, which is just giving that defence an extra half a second or two to be able to put that pressure on, and it's showing the difference at the moment.
Charlie Ball from half tries to switch in. Looks like it might have come off in the hands of one of the CQ players. No, they take the tap. There's no penalty given. Now it's given. So they must have heard the call from the referee that there was a penalty ensuing. And they just go back to the mark and take the tap and get back underway. That's good meters on the second touch from the number 13 there, Chase Everingham. Here he is with ball in hand yet again. He'll get himself into the acting half position. They've had opportunities down this end of the field. Sloppy play the ball forward past deflection, and it still falls in the hands here of the Sydney Scorpions as they take the touch and they can move it forward to the 7-metre line. And it would be 0 touch as well. Coming off the intercept. That's a massive shot. Just going, well, you're going for a break anyway. I'll just give you the hand.
Yep, I'll help you off the field. What a nice act. It is getting a little bit heated here, as we just saw, though. Haven't seen much action attacking to start the second half. It's been more so the defensive pressure, but both teams putting it all out there.
Yeah, pretty tight start to the second half from both teams. No one able to really grab the stranglehold at the moment. Well, the Scorpions still have the lead. Stringer again coming from outside in to make the touch. They're playing in the midfield. Scorpions players a little bit out of position here in defence. A little bit of space out here on the right-hand side. Good recovery again.
It's just a grinding battle at the moment. Both teams just going toe-to-toe, trying to get easy meters up the middle, but it's the defensive efforts at the back end of the sets, the crucial part. And at the moment, Scorp's probably just holding a slight advantage.
Struggling this set, though, to get forward. You're just going to roll over the halfway line now. They play it. Herman Duff picks up from half, left foot, right foot. And good defence in the midfield there from the CQ Bulls. Clancy Home making the touch. Offloads, nice roll-up field here for the Bulls. Vincent offloading, linking up there with Cameron Wood. Vincent again. Hone holds the ball in two hands. Steps back out on the run. Early ball space out there and taken as well from the Bulls. Ben Butcher running a nice line out here on the right wing. Beautiful ball, though, from Clancy Hone to pick up their third try.
It was a ripper, Scotty. Just takes a few steps, engages a line, and the winger Butcher running a perfect angled line out the back there to finish in the corner, running straight onto the ball, catching it out in front. Good rugby league try to finish in the corner too. Leveled up now, the score 3 apiece.
Well, I don't know if your 10-all prediction is on the cards, but your drop-off prediction might be, JC, so you might get a half a credit.
Well, I've got to get one thing right out of those two, Scotty,
Exactly.
hopefully. But I was getting a little bit nervous before. It was a slow start to the second half, and the 10-all, don't know about it.
Well, you don't know. That might have just been the try that was needed to spark things up, but this might spark things up here for the Scorpions. A mistake from the Bulls. Out of their end of the field. It is a penalty. Saw the ball hit the deck, but it was a forward pass as well. Good chance here for the Scorps. Can they reclaim the lead? Evan Flint receives the ball back and will play it outside the 7-metre line. Linking back up, Charlie Boyle, who gets himself in the half. Boyle picks up, goes. Late ball at the line to Flynn, and it was very late. Too late was the call. Touch and pass penalty here to the Bulls.
It took an extra second to release the ball, and that was just enough to have the touch and pass call awarded for the Bulls. But half a chance there, gone begging.
CQ off the restart, moving through the midfield quite nicely. Last touch for them now. They've got numbers out here on the left-hand side. They pop it back in, and they will roll over. Back-to-back tries here for the Bulls. Sees them take the lead, and they are up now 4-3 in this quarterfinal.
What a try that was. The long ball coming and the tap-back play. Very hard skill to execute here. You see Vincent throw the ball, the tap back inside. That's beautifully done by the winger, but the support play as well from the Bulls link. Backing up infield. Tyler Ash crossing over. 4-3 now in favour of the Bulls.
Bit of pressure on the Scorpions now. Chasing down a lead, only the one try. Separating these two teams, Berryman Duff back in the midfield. Blount plays it, gives it back. Duff holds it up at the line. Good defensive set there from the CQ Bulls after scoring down the other end of the field. And Carter, the man who set that one up for the Bulls, stayed out there defensively as we see the ball skew and the play the ball. Yeah, and that's for substitution as well.
Yeah, back-to-back penalties, Scotty. The first one, not giving the ball back. That 1 foot in the ruck. Be interesting. They need to stay disciplined here. The Scorps, 3 in a row in a one possession, might be in trouble. We've already seen a 4 sub.
Hone picks up and goes. He's going to get caught in possession early in the touch count. He has his head down after that as well. Not the way that they wanted to finish that set off, the CQ Bulls.
No, they just had trying to rush and force the play there. Had the whole set on offer and had kind of the Scorps on the ropes, really, but good perseverance from the Scorps. They get the stop. Here he is again. Wow.
The meter reader gets away from the first defender 9 times out of 10. Nice little bit of footwork here from Flynn. Flicks it back. And they come up and shut it down. They're going to get marched upfield yet again, I reckon, here for not returning the ball. They're just flinging it away. They just got to keep calm heads here, don't they, JC? They're only down by 1 and there's 10 minutes left to go on the scoreboard, or on the clock, I should say. They are in this game. They don't need little errors like that just to start to play with their mental game.
Yep, 10 minutes, especially in a game like this, is a very long time. Touch footy generally get about 30 seconds a set, and there's no reason that they need to panic. They've been playing very well, probably the better team in the first half. And all it was is a momentum shift here as the Bulls come out of half. Long ball out to the wing. Half an opportunity there. Bit of space to work with.
There was a little bit of space on that left-hand side of the field. Final pass just skewing across the sideline. A bit of work to do here for the Scorpions. They get out of their end of the field. Nice work, Stringer. Tucks it up. I'd like to see his metres gained at the end of this game.
Oh,
back
huge.
to the mark, and the referee, now I could see it, I was watching him, he was pointing with the hand saying back to the mark, back to the mark. He had every opportunity to take it back to the mark, but still played it right there where he was on the mark. So again, just those little moments in the game, the Scorpions, they're starting to go against them here.
Yeah, I'm sure the message in the sub box here from the Scorps is just to relax and compose themselves, take a deep breath, focus on the next job and just be nice and calm when they're on the field next.
Carlos plays it. Players in motion coming off the deflection here. Another set of 6. More pressure on the Scorpions. Defending their line. 6 there on screen. Oliver Baum. His hands on the ball. Defending in the midfield here for the Scorpions. CQ taking their time. Interesting shape out here on the right-hand side of the field. Where's the wing, right wing and link standing in front of each other. And the winger getting in position to try and sweep out that back.
Yeah, it's Charlie Harris as the wing in nice and close, getting ready to run that J line, as we talk about in the wing position, where you start in and run out, and generally gives you the advantage over the defending winger if you have a little bit of pace running onto the ball. So that's why you're seeing him infield there.
Bulls on the 7, coming in field, and that's the line we were talking about. You've caught it perfectly. And the Bulls with Charlie Harris, as you made mention, that positioning, but the ball hits him on the chest. As you see here on the replay, good finish. Up by 2 now, the Bulls. That's handy.
Very handy. Here's Syrup. He throws the ball the left to right bomb to put that down as well to the line of Harris out wide. Very, very well executed there.
Bit of pressure starting to come the way of the Scorpions now, down by 2. 7 minutes left on the clock.
It's classic CQ Bulls game management here, Scotty. They were probably against the wall towards the back end of the first half. And now they've just forward away, get through that grinding battle of this quarter-final action here that we have, and they're starting to get the upper hand.
And forcing the Scorpions backwards as they're having to chance their hand on the final play, and it just takes meters off them on that 5th touch. They'll restart their set. Nice first touch from Hone. Just gets them on the front foot. That's probably one aspect of their game that they've looked better in the second half, is transitioning and making good meters on touch 1 and 2.
Certainly have, Scotty. Now it opens up as well. Can he get through?
Yeah, good cover defence. What are they going to get here?
This will be interesting here. He's half court. No reason to kind of carry on.
Still getting a little bit testy out there.
Yeah, this will be interesting, Scotty, because I think it was meant to be a half-court call, but the actions from the Scorps here, they're getting a bit fiery and unsettled.
The boys having a bit of a handshake. They're just happy to get on with it.
Yeah, let the boys play.
So I think it might have been a penalty that was going to come the way of the CQ Bulls, but then Clancy Hone has got involved with Tomoka Berriman Duff. It's actually going to go back the other way, so CQ have given the penalty away.
Okay, it looked like there was a little bit of a shoulder that the referee was alluding to there. So driving in with the shoulder, obviously can't do that in touch footy. Good touch from the winger, but good discipline as well to not go over the mark there. That could have been very costly.
Last touch coming here for the Scorpions. Pick up and go from half. Looking for offside players. Can't get there. Logan Toller having to go from half. Under 5 minutes left on the clock now. 5-3 on the Painaway scoreboard. CQ in front and in possession. Flowing on nicely. Bales plays it. He'll receive it back as they look to set up. In the back end of this set, Bales from half. Players on the deck here for the Scorpions. On-field referee's going to point to the spot. And they are cruising away with this now, CQ. They are up by 3. 6-3 on the Painaway scoreboard.
It's just a change in swing and momentum, just running direct, going at the line too, making it hard for the defenders to get back in time. The touch was close, just got underneath again. But the Scorps, what they've been doing really well in the first half, having high energy and getting those touches out past the 7. The Bulls have kind of countered that, and with their momentum have got them on the back foot.
They need something here to spark them, the Scorpions. They need to try in this set. Can they get one?
On.
It is on, and get it down as well. Nice job. It was a good effort there from Samuel Penrose. He tried to get back across in cover. They needed to score in that set, and that's exactly what they did.
So we see here on the replay, good little catch and pass back in. Not you. Had a lot of work to do as well. Was behind him, had to catch it first and readjust so the ball wasn't forward. Not your traditional tap back where it's generally above your head. Had a lot of work to do, but very classy try there from the Scorps. Is that what can spark them, Scotty?
Well, they need it. And just reduces that margin back down to 2. It's going to be a big defensive play for them here to keep the Scorpions out. The CQ Bulls out. He was acting half. That was the first saw coming in. Well,
got too excited.
Too excited. You see the space. You can see him on screen there, head down. Oh, the boys might not let him forget that one. But it can happen. It can happen. The game is so quick. All of a sudden, you see the try line in front of you.
Yep, bit of white line fever. You can see it there. It's so tempting as well. But that's just goes to show the pace of the game. Everything's happening so quick.
They're flat here, the Scorpions. They've got to get forward. This is the last touch. They've got a lot of distance to cover to try and get down the other end of the field, and the touch has been made there from Latham McMahon.
Good touch. Only just had to get his hand out and make that one. They had room, the Scorps, too, on the right-hand side of the field. Were looking threatening. Good touch that needed to be made.
Hone might just look to manage the clock a little bit here as well. Over 2 minutes. Just over 2. Hone skips. Rockets one out to the right-hand side of the field. That is a great finish. The number 4, well, we saw him down the other end. Tried to stop a try defensively. The Scorps got the crumbs there, but he has come up with a great finish, and it's a good ball as well, yet again from Hone.
Yeah, an absolute bullet. There wasn't a whole lot doing. Skips infield, skips out, and then didn't have a whole lot to work with there with throwing it, but the ball just kept going, Scotty, and found the wing. That makes it hard now for the Scorps, 7-4.
A lovely finish there from Samuel Penrose. They'll hit back here. Penrose, has he made the touch? The referees are going to give all clear. So they do come up with points.
Again, one corner to the other. Scorps hit straight back here. ML play, nice and perfect in the wing. Oh, geez, the touch was very close there, but Again, grounded super fast. And it keeps the Scorps maybe just in the game. They need a very quick turnover.
And the clock might be against them. 50 seconds left. They'll just roll upfield here, the CQ Bulls. Switching in Syrup of loads. All juggles. Syrup again from half. Shapes to go long. Penrose right foot. Back. Gets in and slams it down. What a couple of minutes this young kid has had. Wow, they are two unbelievable tries. They'll go on the highlight reel later on tonight. And that puts the icing on the cake for the Bulls. They're going through to the semi-final.
They are. What a try as well. Left to right. Very tough one from the Scorps winger there. But how about the right foot, Scotty? Quick finishing in the corner and the footwork to go with it.
Awesome stuff from the Bulls. What a second half performance they've put on. Scorpions, though, they will get over on the right-hand side. Hooter goes in the background. It's a consolation try for the Scorpions. Unfortunately, the clock gets the better of them in the end. The final score, Central Queensland 8, the Sydney Scorpions 6. What a quarter-final game we had, but what a second-half performance there from the Bulls.
It is very high-quality stuff. If that's what is setting the benchmark of the finals games to come this afternoon, we are in for an absolute treat, Scotty. But the Bulls just too good in the end. The halftime talk from coach Jaden Bembo must have had some serious impact, and they came out with a point to prove, and geez, did they do it.